Staying grounded is like you said, it's different for everyone. Me, I'm a big video game player. As you know, we're trying to get the gaming channel going and whatnot. So that'll be up probably in the next couple months and whatnot. Hinty, hinty, winky, winky.
You held this.
Full steel.
You heard it here first. Yes.
But it's nice decompression from like the chaos, the music, the lights, the flashing, the people. It's when your social media expires, when you are up for days, minimal food, serotonin levels all over the place, experiences, both highs and lows, because you never know how it's going to go and stuff.
You sort of want a story that your brain can just go to. That way you're kind of like on autopilot nonetheless.
Literally just like knowing when to take that time to relax and take like you're that time away. Like I take my like mental health days or like my break days so seriously. Like when it's time not to work, it's time not to work. When it's time to lock in and grind, all right. But like when it's a day off, I am so strict about it because I know it's essential for me to take those days if I want to be performing at the best of my ability. Because if you burn yourself out, it's a very, very difficult. It's almost like falling in a well. And like you have to climb back out of that well, and each time you burn yourself out, the hole gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And people are like, "No, I'm doing well." You could be all the way up here. You could be literally at the top and burn yourself out, and literally just fall to the bottom. I've seen it. I'm watching it happen to many as I speak. Like I've seen it throughout the years. Like it's very real. So just like avoiding the burnout, and again, I know it's again corny, but just staying true to yourself and like really making smart decisions or trying your best to, because you're not going to make all the smart decisions in this. You're really not. You're going to be blinded by the lights at some point.
But people, sorry to cut you off, but people have. I feel like everybody has that instinct that's just like, don't do that.
It's called the gut feeling, and the gut feeling. It's not that it might be right. It's not that you don't know if you're right. It's not. Always fucking listening to it. It's always right.
I feel like
it's always right.
Sort of. This is how foundational that early point was. Going back to like what's real and what's not real.
Where's this gonna go?
It's crazy how foundational it is, because like the way I see it, if it's like really shiny and it looks all pretty and stuff like that, that's probably not the way to go. It's probably the down and dirty.
Probably like $1 million covering a pile of shit.
Right. Exactly. Dude. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
It looks good, but the smell is bad.
And it's like you got to clean it off if you want to use the money. Yeah. It's not.
Poop dollar. It's
not fun for anybody. You know? And so, what I'm getting for you is also kind of attaching the long game in it. You know, doing things the hard way. And even though you're seeing people get in the easy way, doing things the long way, the patient way, the sacrificial way, the painful way, is giving you the ability to be able to have that long-term finish line that we were talking before, have a long process, be able to enjoy it for a lot more, not have to retire from the game when you're mid-30s or worried about your health at that point, or at the very least your mental health.
As well as something you spoke about for years and years, it gives me leverage.
Right.
Because the lessons I've learned, the people I've worked with, who to work with, who not to work with, who to trust, who not to trust, like from smallest small to biggest big all around the country and even some places around the globe, like I have a lot more knowledge than someone just hopping into it. And you could have an insane banger coming right out the gate and whatnot, but you're going to see that shiny thing and sign that deal and sign your entire career away instead of taking the time waiting for it, processing it. Because I think when the time is right, I'll get that deal and I'll either say yes or no. Because years ago, I signed that wrong deal and it set me back. But I could have either given up or grounded myself, figured out what to do, figured out how to do it in a respectful way as a gentleman and as a businessman, and move forward accordingly.
Right.